there have been reports around the office that you have been talking baby talk.
Why would people say that?
Well, I have it on good authority that you said the following. You read that back to me?
Andy have a boo-boo tummy.
Mm-hmm.
He calls turtles shell beavers.
Well, that's what they should be called.
They're green. Yeah. Beavers are brown.
Definitely, we've had this argument, and we've agreed to now talk about it in front of us.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on the Al Travis Show.
All right, we've got them, Spinny and Fetty Bus, with us today. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
I'm doing excellent because it's the first day of the NFL season today.
Isn't it kind of exciting? We've been waiting to get here, and here we are. How are you doing, Spin?
I'm doing well, Al. How are you doing this fine morning?
Well, I honestly think Bus hit it right on the head. You know, we've kind of been going through a month, especially with those Minnesota Twins, of tough sports talk to handle here in Minnesota, but it's all looking up, and we'll get to those Minnesota Vikings. I want to cover a couple other things quick. Bus, where are you at on the basketball up there, Bethany? What are you guys sitting? How you doing? What is our day-to-day?
Yeah, still just going through our preseason workout program, which consists of 3 conditioning sessions a week, typically at 6 a.m., and then 3 afternoon lifting sessions, and then at least 3 open gym sessions too. So multiple days of multiple workouts for the guys.
And I like that you're doing that to those kids. Good for you. But what are the coaches doing? And what I mean by that is you must know the schedule by now. Are you able to pre-look at all the teams you're going to hit up and come up with some basic stuff you want to run to make it work? Or what do you do? Do you do any kind of film study yourself as coach?
We haven't really dived into opponents that we're about to face yet.
Okay.
We are more focused on our own film, so gathering offensive clips, of our various plays, defensive clips of the schemes we want to run. So that's mainly what we're focusing on because we have a lot of new faces in the building. So,
all right. And how about you, Spinny? You're in the midst of volleyball there, Ole Volleyball. How you doing, and what are we sitting with the volleyball gals?
We're doing well. Went 2-2 in California. Played very well against the number 7th ranked team in the nation and lost in 5. We have 3 manor matches this weekend. Played Dubuque tomorrow night, and then Northwestern and Milliken on Saturday, all at Northwestern's tournament. So back at it.
And your thoughts on how you match up against those? And I presume it's filmed the same way. Is it all Huddle? Where do you get your film for these the other teams?
Yeah, so Huddle, it's called Volumetrics, but Huddle owns it. It is basically a film exchange program just like that. So all 3 of these teams are good. All 3 of these teams are either receiving votes or in the top 25. So this will be a weekend of good matchups. Dubuque, they got good outsides. They hit the ball well. Northwestern has 2 really tall middle.
And like that, Spinny bounced out. All right, let's talk some college hoops. Get Spinny back here in a second. Let's talk college football, Bus, if we can. Anything out of the first weekend of football that really struck you? I mean, I love the idea. Was it Texas and Ohio State? Yeah, we're going at each other. Texas was ranked number 1. I think it's punitive that a 1 loses to a 3, but in a really good ball game, and they drop 6 spots. But there's plenty of time to make that up. Anything in the college ranks you think was strange or you liked for the football?
There was definitely some good games. The Notre Dame LSU game being the best one, I thought, of the weekend. 27-24, just back and forth contest the whole game. But in terms of shocking, nothing really shocked me. I definitely expected Ohio State to beat Texas. That's just Arch Manning's first real tough game, So I think he's getting too much heat, and he'll definitely bounce back. And all those teams, they're still going to make the playoffs. Nothing changes from that standpoint, I think.
Well, that's the beauty of the 12-game get-in, format now is, Texas loses to Ohio State in the first round of the season. They almost have to run the table now if they're going to get in, and it isn't the case anymore, and I like that. Are you back with us, Spinny?
Yeah, I think I'm back with you, Al. Sorry if I was
your thoughts on the college football weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to piggyback a little bit on the Arch Manning situation. I mean, the only thing I will say is the issues he looked like he was having was not like scheme and like that type of stuff. He
looked scared.
Easy throws. He was missing easy throws. Like he looked like he was Sam Darnold on Monday Night Football seeing ghosts at some points. But
now you don't. But you gotta really okay.
But the other side of that is not Mike Vrabel, Matt Patricia. It is Matt Patricia's defense, one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL over the last few years, and is specifically a pass defense guru. So I do there is part of that. I just felt like Archer's mistakes were not like he was getting tricked. It was like he was scared or he wasn't locked in.
Does anybody care that Belichick lost his first game? It's like the least. No, I could care less.
He had 50 new players or something absurd this year. Yeah. This was supposed to be a work in progress. Like anyone that thought that he was just going to instantly turn that program around in one season is crazy.
All right. When we look at it, you did see your Minnesota Gophers walloped on the Blue Buffalo, which I now find out were like the second worst team in all of NCAA. But we did not show up in the rankings. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, it's fair for sure.
What are your thoughts? I mean, we're doing it again. Now it's Northwestern State. Why? Why would we have a chance? We play no one. Ohio State, thank you for playing Texas. Texas, thanks for playing Ohio. Minnesota, no thank you for playing the Blue Buffalo. It's just not even a test.
Do you think it's
It pats the stats. It says we're before the season even starts, we play a real team. We're halfway to getting bowl eligible.
Do you think that's our fault though, or do you think we just can't these big, Ohio State, they're gonna rather play Texas than us opening day, right?
We're so bad we have to beat other really bad teams, is what you're saying. There isn't some middle of the road we can't play in Iowa.
Yeah, that's true. We could play Iowa. I just think we don't necessarily have the pedigree to where these Notre Dames, these LSU's, these type of teams want to play us necessarily if they're going to play a good teom.
Agree, but there's middle of the road teams looking for better stuff than us. Iowa and Iowa State are playing against each other. At least Iowa's giving it a shot. Spinning my way off, or do you want to buff your schedule and make sure you get a postseason game so everybody gets a bonus?
No, I mean, I agree. You're throwing Big Ten teams around that's a possible thing, but we could play Oklahoma State or Florida State or some teams that are in the middle of the road, especially in the ACC and the Big 12. I feel like there's teams that match up with us that are at least legitimate football teams at the Division I level.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, because Northwestern State, I will tune it on because it's going to be Saturday in the garage. Fine, I'll have a cigar, but I'll be doing other stuff. I will not be sitting holding my breath watching that contest. It does not matter to me. There are other football games. Is there a team you guys are watching this year? Who's going to be number one? I don't think I even asked you guys.
I honestly think Ohio State might do it again this year. I won't lie. Like Spinny said, their defense is just so good, which typically they're known for their offense, obviously. So I think they're a more balanced team this year, and then they obviously still have the best receiver in the country in Jeremiah Smith. So I think they're going to be a team to be reckoned with. But like I said, Texas is still in the mix. Clemson, even losing to LSU, is still in the mix. All those top teams are still definitely going to be in the mix.
Spinny, take Penn State, really make it a Big Ten deal.
Yeah, I mean, I like Penn State, but I think Ohio State's better, and I just trust the pedigree a little bit more. I mean, Penn State's quarterback obviously is the difference maker, and if Drew Aller can really have that Heisman-like season, then Penn State's going to be scary.
It'll be a lot of fun. All right, we got to go to break. We'll come back. We'll talk some Minnesota Vikings and your Minnesota Twins. We've got them. Bus and Spinny, they're hard-headed sports.
Dust from livestock buildings can be harmful to your animals and to you. Coughing animals can lead to costly vet visits and other serious health problems. Now there's an environmentally safe solution for your dust problems. It's called Dust Lock. Dust Lock can control the dust all summer long with just one application. Protect your animals and your health with Dust Lock. Learn more at dustlock.com.
Do you have a closet full of old videos, photos, slides, or films? Regain that space and preserve those memories for future generations. Visit archivinglifemedia.com or call 952-829-8018. See how safe and simple it is to digitize all your media. Gain peace of mind knowing that all those important memories will be saved and can be seen and shared again. Do it today. Check out archivinglifemedia.com or give them a call, 952-829-8018.
Are you kidding me? You know that comment you said to the radio? The thing that we got wrong?
Clearly, Brussels sprouts are the worst vegetable.
Call us and let the world know your thoughts. 855-257-7469. That's 855-ALS-SHOW.
We're not going to spend much time on it because it's nothing fun to talk about, but I've got Spinny and Fetty Bus, and we are talking about your Minnesota Twins real quick. I think it was you, Fetty, or Spinny, if I'm not mistaken. I had asked if you thought there's a possibility that the Chicago White Sox, the lowly Sox of the last 2 years, could overtake Minnesota and give Minnesota the worst record in all baseball. Because, it was like a week ago, we had, 42 games or something, and you said no way. I wonder if you would like to restate that, as right now, the White Sox are literally just 10 games behind us with, I think, 40 to play. And they just took us 3 out of 4. They could do a 4-game sweep coming up this week. Your mic is on mute, Spinny. You want to change your mind?
No chance I want to change my mind now, but I will say the Twins with the 4th worst record in Major League Baseball right now. A team that literally like 6 to 8 weeks ago we were like, oh wow, like maybe we could actually do
if we traded
here.
something and we did a thing, we could be right. Yeah.
4th worst team. Crazy.
Your thoughts on the Bus? I honestly, I think it might be the only reason to watch right now is to see if Chicago can actually overtake us. I'm an underdog guy, but this is the Chicago White Sox might do a 4-game sweep on us. That's how bad this team is playing.
Isn't that depressing? Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So depressing. The White Sox, though, I will say, a lot better season for them. Only from that brutal year last year. Only minus 81 run differential for them. I remember last year that thing was at like minus 300. So
yeah,
shout out to them for getting that. At least we're not to the level of the Colorado Rockies, who are 39 and 101 already with basically a whole month of baseball left. 101 losses. I mean, they might get to like 115 losses. Like, that's just insane to think about.
So, Bus, if you had an extra $100, and of course we do not believe in gambling on this program unless FanDuel or somebody wants to sponsor us. Bus, if you had $100 and the Rockies came to town, who'd you put your $100 on?
Man, I don't know. It might have to be the Rockies at this point, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. They're fighting for them. How you, Spinny? If you had $100 to do such a thing.
I mean, I'm still putting the money on the Twins in the Rockies situation. I think they're worse than us. But also, can we talk about Bus shouting out the Chicago White Sox? Hello? Why? Stop it.
I don't
Stop
know.
shouting at the White Sox. Never do that again in my
He,
presence.
he
That's
sees
awful.
a team that is on the up go, and he's willing to acknowledge it, and I appreciate you, Bus. I really do.
Our biggest rival, the team we dislike the most? It's like, are we going to start shouting out the Packers on the program?
No,
too, or
baseball
what?
and football are completely different sports. Let's talk a little football.
Okay. We're going to start shouting out the Bucks and Nuggets on the program, too?
They were a rival like 15 years ago, but they've been so bad that it's just kind of like funny to like see how bad they are every
So
year.
you want them to like get back to where there are rivals again, at least? That's what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And it being good baseball. It's got to be good baseball at the same time. If it's this pathetic stuff at the bottom, I don't want to watch it. Football, real quick. Your Vikings, Darisaw looks like who will be back for Monday Night Football against the Bears. Good news. I want to know your thoughts, Bus. I think Spinny and I talked about Micah Parsons going to the Green Bay Packers. Thoughts?
Yeah, Spinny and I called each other immediately when that news dropped. Just pissed. Of course, out of all teams in the NFL, it had to be the Packers. Like, I would have been more okay with it if it was the Lions or the Bears, for that matter. But it just had to be the Packers. Just classic. But now we got to watch them terrorize our offense 2 times a year for the next at least 4 years. But there's a chance he doesn't even play this week 1. I'm assuming he's going to push through and play, but they did say he might miss this week.
Well, see, and I saw that, Spinny. I saw some meme or something about the fact that he had some back issues and he's got to get shots to loosen it up and yada, yada. Young kid to have that sort of problem. Any chance the Green Bay Packers picked up somebody who now the Dallas knew was having issues and offloaded him?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, there is some back issue like that. He definitely has it, but they're going to get it figured out. He's 26. If he was 30 or 31, yeah, maybe I'll have that conversation, but he's 26 years old.
And getting back injections already.
Yeah, but the Packers are only tied to him for 4 years. It's not like they're tied to him for 10 years, you know.
I mean, I think too. He's only 26.
Yeah.
All right. You guys aren't worried about it.
I will say, though, it is funny of the Cowboys to not be willing to pay this guy who's basically a solidified top 5 player, top 10 player in the NFL, but then immediately a day or two after trading him, overpay Deron Bland, their quarterback, or cornerback, I should say. So that's just classic Jerry Jones fashion right there.
He's just sticking out, keeping himself in the news. One last thing we got to talk about. I won't have you guys back on until after the game. Monday Night Football, the Minnesota Vikings against the Chicago Bears. ABC, ESPN going to cover the game, 7:15. You're going to have to start the grill somewhere around 5 o'clock to get it a slow roast. Who wins that ball game? And give me a number.
I'm taking the Vikings, obviously. Might be a homer pick, but it's going to be a tough spot on the road, prime time for JJ in his first game. I will admit that. Van Ginkel and Harrison Smith are currently questionable. Obviously, that would be worrisome too if they were to miss the game, but I just think our pass rush, our coaching, this is Ben Johnson. He's going to be a good coach, but this is his first game, and I think KOC and Brian Flores get the job done for us.
Give me a number.
I'll take the Vikings by 3, 27-24.
Spinny, your thoughts?
24-21 Vikes. I love that every single person in the media is picking the Bears in this game. Every single person.
Yes.
It was headlining NFL Live last night. Ben Johnson's offenses score 30.5 points a game against Brian Flores' defenses in their 4 matchups. People acting like the Bears' offense is the Lions' offense, and I just can't wait for that to not be the case.
Like they just have Jahmyr Gibbs or Amon-Ra on their team, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Bears' offense is solid, but we're talking about the Lions' offense that has superstars everywhere, and there's so much hate on the Vikings right now, and we're being picked 4th basically 75% of the time by people, so I just can't wait for this year.
Yeah, I go with the Minnesota Vikings 24-17. I think the defense takes it. I also think the fact that we're playing a Monday night game against Chicago, rivalry thing, is good for JJ. He was going to be nervous anyway. the fact it's Monday night, I don't think it makes any difference than Sunday afternoon for this kid. It's his first major thing. I don't think there's added pressure for that. He's going to be fine. You watch your Minnesota Vikings just kick all over the Bears. That's the call of the day. Boss Spinny, appreciate you being there. How do we pick up your hard-headed sports?
You can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and it's free.
Thank you, guys.